Share Shootout, brought to you by Lion of Africa Insurance, insuring South Africa's future.
This is Share Shootout. It's an eventful show. You're watching CNBC Africa. Before the break, Sasha and Roger each gave us two of their share picks. We had Sasha's mixed telematics, big thumbs up. Netcare, massive thumbs down from Roger, who chose Reinet, got the thumbs down. But RMI, the Rand Merchant Insurance business, Sasha likes, and he gave it the big thumbs up. So, Sasha started first. So, Roger, in this round, you give your final pick first. And sticking with your theme of sort of founder-managed businesses, it's natural that you would next go for Discovery. 30 seconds.
Discovery's come from nowhere 20 years ago to be one of the largest financial services company, and that's really by incredibly innovative management. And they've grown value. It's up over 10 times over the last decade, and I see it continuing into the future. They're really embracing behavioral insurance, which is making people healthier. And I see this got a lot of traction worldwide, and they're extending their model worldwide, and that's going to drive the growth into the future. Now,
what they're doing, not only with Vitality, of course, which encourages people to be more healthy, they're also doing vehicle insurances too, where they put gadgets in your car, the mixed telematics stuff, to see whether or not you drive properly. And if you're a lunatic, well, you pay higher insurance premiums, and no doubt the Illuminati who within Discovery take that and calculate that into your risk in terms of your life insurance and the likelihood that you're becoming a mortality statistic under a truck one day if you drive like a fool.
Absolutely. I mean, this is how advanced they are. They can actually see your life risk by actually ascertaining how you drive, and they've really, I think they're very sophisticated in taking the data that they get on how you eat, your health, and really enhancing, really creating a pool of insured people who are actually healthier than the rest of the market, and that's going to enhance their profitability, but it's also enhancing your health.
There we go. What's your Discovery age, Sasha? Because your real age is 36.
37.
37. Actually, I was guessing.
Birthday. Thanks.
Happy
Chris,
birthday.
You put me younger. Thank you.
You're 37 years old. Your Discovery age is 40 what?
14.
Okay, awesome. Discovery, do you like it?
I do. In fact, you'll recall on one of your earlier shows, I picked it as one of the ones I like for all the reasons that Roger said, and of course the cross-selling part. I mean, just in the last week, I think I've had 5 calls from Discovery, you know, just because I renewed my details online and signed up for the Woolies Cards benefit where you can get...
That's annoying, isn't it? They just keep harassing you.
Well, they're harassing you, I think, with quality products. Yeah. I don't think on the investment side, but because the brand is managed so beautifully, people will say yes to the investment side. And they've attracted some really strong flows there. So I'm playing this game really badly.
You're playing this game incredibly badly today. Am I correct in saying that you have given the big thumbs up to not one, but 2 of Roger's picks?
Yeah, when I had a look at the overall list, because you know it shrinks over time, I was
we want flexibility.
at a wit's end as to what I would choose. And I swear to you, I would have chosen Discovery, but it was a slight oversight. Maybe Roger had chosen it first.
Roger got in there first.
I read his mind.
Absolutely. Psychic. I'm sure there's a Discovery point in there somewhere for it. You get up to platinum on your Vitality status for reading minds. Well done, Roger. So you get the big thumbs up from Sasha on Discovery. He can't vote against it. At 85 bucks, 81 or thereabouts. I mean, it's beginning to feel expensive, but then I guess it always has felt expensive, even when at $6 when it was facing regulatory worries. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it has moved up dramatically over the last 12 months, and it's not as cheap as it was. But I think the growth is going to come through over the next couple of years, and you'll still get the performance.
And index inclusion as well. That's what I think.
Yes, of course. There's been a bit of an uptick on that particular point. Right. So, Sasha, going into the final share of the day, we've got quite a strong insurance theme coming through, because what Roger has done is taken 2 insurance plays in terms of RMI and in terms of Discovery. Why would you take the Sanlam pony, which has already run hard and fast? I think Dick King's horse was called Sanlam. It did the trip to Durban in 10 days. It was tired by the time, from Grahamstown to in 10 days. Very quick.
Very quick.
Much quicker than you could do it on Transkei roads today, actually. Now, tell me why Sanlam, which is looking a bit like a bit of a tired pony. 30 seconds.
I'm going for the growth element in this. So forget that for a second. Look back on the business maybe in 5 years' time. I think it's exceptionally well run.
Yep.
You know, same guy's been in charge of this business for over 10 years now, or coming up on 10 years. I think the growth potential that exists using the same examples learned here in a South African context across the rest, and some interesting early start phase businesses in India. So I'm saying, okay, well, it's a great annuity business, but they're going to be in growth phase, I think, for the next 5 odd years.
I need just to test with you, because there are lots of announcements coming out of Sanlam, and it's easy to lose track. They're looking more and more as an Asian company as they're buying up all these assets in parts of Asia that many of us haven't ever traveled to.
But not just that. You know, I mean, if you want to be serious about your footprint across the rest of the continent, you've got to be operating where there are big populations. So, you know, Nigeria is going to be huge for them. Kenya, you know, I mean, it's a pretty saturated market, but I think there's a conservative element. It's a 95-year-old company with a very conservative management, but also business model. So I like the fact that they're able to translate that, because it still is a South African business.
Let's give Roger a turn. Is this the one insurance company you don't like, Roger? Make my day.
Listen,
Anyone who's unpleasant to Sasha makes my day.
I don't like all insurance. I think over the last 10 years or 12 years since they listed, what they have done, they've been very solid and really delivered on their enterprise value and exceeded expectations. Where I am concerned about Sanlam is that it's trading at quite a premium to embedded value. I stand to be corrected. I think the embedded value was about 36 Rand in the latest results.
It's a little bit more, but round about there. Yeah.
Or
so what are they,
37.
49, 50 bucks now?
Yeah, so
massive premium to that embedded
it's trading
value.
at paid a dividend as well. So it's trading at a substantial premium to embedded value. And the other concern is part of the embedded value has been enhanced by the lower bond rates in South Africa. I think that could turn. The local economy could get more difficult, and growth is going to be very hard to come by in South Africa, particularly in traditional life assurance. And really, the valuation is a key concern for me. I don't know if the growth is strong enough to validate, 30% odd premium to embedded value. It only
we have to leave it there. We have to leave it there. I'm being shouted at in my ear. You shoot it down in a ball of flame.
I wouldn't buy it.
In our language, you're shooting it down in a ball of flame. Sasha Naryshkine being schooled this evening by fresh meat in the form of Roger Williams, who came onto the show this evening with 3 picks, as all players do on the show: Reinet, Rand Merchant Insurance, and Discovery. The only viable argument against that portfolio which Sasha could have was, I don't like the fees we pay to management. Even though management is spectacular in Reinet, he had to concede that RMI was fantastic, and he likes Discovery as well. So he has accepted 2 of Roger's picks. Sasha comes along with mixed telematics. Roger, being new to the game, being a nice guy, says, yeah, I'll take your mixed telematics, then wisers up and realizes, actually, it's much more fun to be horrible to Sasha, as we've learned over the weeks. So Netcare and Sanlam are obliterated. So Sasha, my job is so easy. You have to go. Which brings an end to this edition of Share Shootout. Back next Tuesday right here on CNBC Africa, first in business worldwide. Remember, catch me on Twitter, give me your Share Shootout suggestions and your thoughts. My Twitter handle @BruceBusiness. Until next week, well done to you, Roger. Fresh meat on the show with boxing gloves filled with lead balls. We'll continue to pick out a winner and shoot out the rest. Thanks for watching. Good night.